You know what? Each time when I come on a Friday, said good enough. That is a weekend. Definitely we'll go back home and prepare for the next week that is coming. But a whole lot is going on in our country. A whole lot is going on in our states, and we can't help but talk about it. The most important aspect of it is that Akwaibom is extremely peaceful and united. You know what I told you yesterday? United Akwaibom. One slogan, politically spoken, that has definitely brought every Akwaibom person together. Well, today we'll be looking at a very important topic, endorsement. Well, often endorsement, political endorsement can be dated back to 1972. Yes, 1972, far away in America, where of course the then president was endorsed by the parliament, and of course that same thing happened for the first time in the history of Akwaibom State. Former speakers will come together under the conference of former state speakers, organized a press conference, and in that conference they decided to endorse His Excellency for a second term. Welcome on board. My name is Ambassador SAMPSON, AKPAN, aka Politics Today. Today we'll be talking a little bit of politics, development, and of course social status. Okay, let's dance a little bit. But you know what? I wanted to bring up a song, of course, entitled "Ibere Me." But I think he's having a little problem. As time goes on, we'll bring that up because my guest is multifaceted, and but there's somebody you know what I'm talking about. This gentleman is a gospel artist, a musician, an instrumentalist. Well, he has a whole lot of talent, bundle of talent, but he's a politician by calling. And you know what that means? That he's ventured into the House of Assembly. He's ventured at, I think somebody told me sometime that he was once trying to be a councillor. I don't know how true that is. He was a councillor, yes. He's been a councillor. So this guy is a grassroots. That's why when you talk, people they fear small. But me, I know they fear him because they're my man. anyhow. But the most important aspect of it is that this gentleman has been very tenacious, and of course he's been following through. He's been a very supportive backbone of legislative politics when it has to do with the support base of Pastor Moina. And just yesterday, something happened. I wouldn't say it's miraculous, but I think it was politically arranged that a time will come where for the first time in the history of Akwaibom State politics, former speakers of the Akwaibom State House of Assembly will converge and endorse a governor. You know what that means. And so, and was a whole lot. He's the one to, talk and tell us a whole lot about this. I'm talking about none other person than the one and is popularly known to you, Right Honorable Aniekan Uko Wooden, PhD. And you know what that means. This gentleman did not just stop there. That's why today's program is going to be a great lesson for politicians. It's going to be a great lesson to the youth. He started music, went into politics, he went into education, and he did not stop halfway. One of the guys that each time I watch his speech, celebrating with his family, is very fantastic. It means this guy is so versatile. His family, politics, and social life. Yesterday, they make a mark in the history and the annals of Akwaibom State politics by endorsing His Excellency Pastor Basieno, the Executive Governor of Akwaibom State, for a second term. Well, the social media went agog. A series of statements has been made. Some said they are hungry. Some said they are looking for a vehicle. But I don't know, the kind of vehicle he's parked in outside the studio I don't think he's still looking for a vehicle. Maybe they were not referring to him. But be that as it may, welcome on board, Right Honorable Aniekan Uko, aka Iborakam. It's good to have you on the show today.
Thank you, Samson. Thank you. It's good to have me here.
Okay. Iborakam is in the building, and so if you're ready to pray, you know what is your prayer will definitely be answered. Let me start this way. What actually precipitated the formation of conference of former speakers in Nigeria and in Akwaibom State, the Akwaibom State chapter? Let me deal with Akwaibom State chapter.
Yeah, the conference of former speakers of state legislatures in Nigeria has been in existence for years. And what is making it look as if it's a new thing is because we came out this time very boldly to speak very loud for Akwaibom people to hear us. That is why people are thinking that, why now? Why the formation now? That existence, we've been going for national conferences. Of course, you know, we have about three former speakers of the Akwaibom State House of Assembly that are now executive governors of their state. That is the Adamawa, Ebonyi, and Delta. And in most cases, they always attend our national conferences. So this body has been in existence as a former speaker to join. So it has not been a new thing. Just that we are now becoming to be very loud because of what His Excellency Governor Mono has done. And as elder statesmen and also custodians of legislative oversight in the state. So we decided to make a pronouncement so that people can...
Okay, let me just put it to our listeners and those who are watching us. Not often in the media, but this guy is trekking to Texas, part of the country, Akwaibom State. This is the first time we hear you. The speakers to now feel that, or former speakers, former legislators.
Once a speaker is always a speaker.
Okay. I recall I had a senator here. I said former senator. He said, "No, I'm still a senator." You know, and so I want to believe that something must have happened. What attracted you to take?
As a forum, we normally have our conference, yearly annual conference. But in 2025, that is this year, we decided to make it more known and seen and more visible for Akwaibom people to understand that there is a group like this, a group of statesmen that are unbiased in whatever thing they say. And you know, having been the representative of the people, of course, you know, we once held the mandate of Akwaibom people, and there is need for us to also contribute our modest quota to the development of Akwaibom State. Where we need to speak, we have to speak. Where we need to criticize, we have to criticize. And where we need to criticize constructively for the development of the state as former speakers. So we decided to come together this time during the conference was 2 days, just that the last day was when we came out with the communique. So having underscored the significance of the performance of His Excellency, the Governor, the conference decided to also say, wow, this man has done well, and there's need for us to also speak for Akwaibom people to really... I want to say that we've never had this so good. That's the truth. For a governor to come and what his focus is on making sure that Akwaibom people are united together for the progress of the state, trying to play down on all big forms of bickering, propaganda, and trying to bring people down, just to ensure that we are together. And looking at the collaboration between His Excellency the Governor of Akwaibom State, Pastor Omoino, and the very distinguished Senator Godswill Ogbodokpabio, who by the special grace of God, our son, and today is the Senate, the President of the Senate, which has evidently, like we said yesterday, substantial benefits for the state's political stability and socio-economic advancement. So with their effort, we thought there is need for us to just come up and encourage them and say, brothers, work together, move together. There's not, I don't see any reason why they should be fighting now. We have our son as number 3 citizen in the country, in the person of distinguished Senator Godswill Ogbodokpabio, and we have Governor Omoino. So why can't we appreciate what we have? So looking at these qualities of His Excellency the Governor, from the day Godswill is in the Senate, at that level, and the Governor is here. So we appreciate that collaboration because it is for the interest of the state. The more reason we came together and said, Your Excellency, continue. We love what you're doing. We've had states that had former speakers, president of the Senate, and you see they're fighting from home. But in this case, the governor said no. There is need for all of us to move together and see how we can support this man. That alone will bring progress and development to the state. So the more reason we appreciate that we were persuaded by our convictions that His Excellency the Governor is doing well, that there is need for us to also speak for Akwaibom people to know. If you want to consider as former legislators and people with the mandate, you know, our major aim is to oversight the budget and its performance. So we took all those things into consideration, considering the money received from the federal allocation, what has come to the state, and what His Excellency the Governor has done with these funds. And we've seen that this man means well for the state. So that's the more reason we came together to say, Your Excellency, you have done well. We have to encourage him to continue.
Okay, we have to encourage them. You've just mentioned the Senate. Not really done much since getting there in terms of attracting the federal president. I don't know from the angle with which you're looking at. People are saying that he has not really attracted anything to Akwaibom for now. The other day he was calling on the vice president to look into the issue of Ibom Dipsey Port. People are saying, you're the number 3 citizens. You should even be the one to come with the progress report. How do you look at this?
Well, I can say on good authority that is wrong. Something that is wrong. We've had a lot of things. When Godswill Akpabio was the governor, he used to say that the only federal presence we have in Akwaibom is the Nigerian Police Force and Federal Road Safety. So, but now you can see, you see those creations now. Today we have the chairman of the National Assembly Commission in the person of Savior Enquiry, and you think that Akwaibom people will not benefit from it? 2, we now have the MD, Managing Director of South Development Commission, and Akwaibom daughter, Akwaibom State, which is Uyo, precisely. So, and a lot of things that His Excellency the Governor has done. Of course, people should also understand that Dr. Godswill Akpabio is also a representative of a party so well for his people, and he has also extended. Look at for that development commission. It's from your central district. Look at Orbe Vitontai. Bringing deep sea port is not something you just tell somebody go and sweep that place. It has to go through a lot of documentation and consultations. So let us just encourage him and also pray for him, for God to help him for all these things that he has promised Akwaibom to be actualized. Of course, he said on the day our governor joined the APC progressively, Godswill Akpabio said that the vice president should please, since he was the representative of the president in that function, that all we need, the number one thing that we need is Ibom Dipsey Port. And the Senate president is on the sharing table of this country. So there's no how they will share things that he will not bring something back home. We've all known him. He has served this state for 8 years as governor, so we know what he can do. So
as uncommon transformation.
Uncommon transformation that he brought. He came and he changed the landscape of the state. And today Akwaibom is a different landscape. So we strongly believe that praying for him, God will enable him to bring good things back home.
All the indices, the Bodmars and the rest of them, realized that they were just 9. And so when I come back, I'll be asking him what happened to the one, because Jesus Christ said you need to look for the lost sheep. Okay, my honorable is going to come back for you. You, from all calculation, I realize all the speakers of the
number.
Okay. What happened is only 9 that I saw. Onofioglu was not there. One of the vibrant speakers that the Akwaibom State House of Assembly had. What happened? Was he not invited?
He was invited. Everyone was invited, including my brother Onofioglu. But when the conference was on, in fact, like the civil secretary Kambasi flew in from Abuja. He left the constitutional conference. They are trying to amend the constitution just to attend. So we extended our invitations to every former speaker of the state legislature. So, but Onofioglu, we all know his brother, was absent. So we are yet to know his reasons.
Could it be political?
Well, I think you would have to invite him to come and say that.
Okay, because he's a gentleman that I know too well. I wouldn't miss it out, a situation like that. But I also realized that he was also having conference in Abuja. Was having a workshop with some organizations like that. Maybe one day we definitely want to invite him to talk to us concerning his absence. And people said that most of you that attended that event, that conference, that you guys are hungry and that you are begging for attention.
Do I look like a hungry person? Everyone is hungry. Everyone is hungry.
Including Rotimi Amechi.
Including Rotimi Amechi. But that does not mean that you don't have money. So at some point, if you leave the house in the morning, before night you'll be hungry. So you have to eat. But that is not why we were there. We were there having rigorously assessing the performance of His Excellency the Governor after our conference. So we now decided we did not do that so that we can gain anything. What would anybody want to become again after being speaker? Is it not deputy governor or the National Assembly? So what do we want? Local government chairman? Or to go back to the House of Assembly to become House of Assembly? But no. So the perception is wrong. That is not why we gathered. We've been gathering at the national level and we also been gathering at the state level. So for us to take a decision this time, because things are going differently in Akwaibom, and we said no, let us root for this man to continue with what he's doing for the people. So that doesn't make us hungry people.
The chairman did raise the issue of coalition, that no amount of coalition will deprive Governor Moino of a second term. And this has been a subject of discussion at the media space. People saying that, is it that the speakers, the conference of former speakers, legislatures are afraid that the coalition might unseat Governor Moino?
What coalition would be too strong to unseat Governor Moino when the PDP and the APC and the YPP have come together to say that this man, and the governor keeps saying that we are now running Akwaibom United. That is why if you see his programs, you will see the chair of PDP, you see the chairman, state chairman of APC, you see the other political parties, chairman of other political parties, including even the chairman of